The Silent Challenge. The training hall of the June Fan Institute in Los Angeles was packed that summer afternoon. The air was thick with heat and anticipation. More than 50 students, from beginners to experienced black belts, waited in silence as Bruce Lee adjusted the black belt on his white kimono. His eyes, dark and penetrating, scanned the audience before settling on a specific spot near the back. There, arms crossed and with a smile that didn't hide his disdain, was Victor Kane, a Shotokan karate black belt recently arrived from Florida. He had heard about the little Chinese man who taught something called Jeet Kune Do, an art that was rumored to mix everything up and follow no rules. For Victor, a traditionalist who believed in the purity of karate, this was heresy. And he was there to prove it. Bruce finished his explanation about the importance of economy of movement and, with a gentle gesture, invited the students to practice in pairs. That was when Victor took a step forward, his voice loud enough for everyone to hear. With all due respect, Sifu Lee, but what you teach here is nothing more than a patchwork. A true master does not need to mix styles. A punch is a punch, a defense is a defense. Or do you not have confidence in what you have learned? The hall held its breath. Bruce didn't move. He just tilted his head slightly, as if evaluating not just the words, but the man behind them. Then, with the same calmness as someone asking for a glass of water, he said, "Show me." Victor didn't expect that. I thought Bruce would back down, that he would make an excuse, that he would hide behind theories. But there he was, standing still, waiting. The black belt smiled, satisfied. It was exactly what I wanted. All right. Let's see if this formless art of yours can withstand a real attack. He advanced in 3 quick steps, his right fist already spinning in a powerful gyakuzuki, straight at Bruce's face. The movement was clean, precise, a blow that had taken down bigger, stronger opponents. But before the punch completed its trajectory, something happened. Bruce disappeared. Not literally, of course. But for Victor, it was as if the world had blinked. In an instant, the fist was inches from its target, the next, Bruce was no longer there. The blow went empty, and Victor's balance was off for a split second, long enough. What came next was a blur. Bruce turned his body in a fluid movement, like water running down a stone. His left hand intercepted Victor's arm in mid-air, deflecting it with a smooth packsaw, while his right, open like a blade, struck his opponent's solar plexus with surgical precision. It wasn't a hard blow, it didn't need to be. Just enough to steal the air from Victor's lungs. The black belt staggered, eyes wide, trying to catch his breath. But Bruce wasn't finished. With a side step, he turned his body again, and his right foot, in a contained side kick, stopped millimeters from Victor's knee. If he had continued, the bone would have snapped like a dry twig. Silence. Victor was on his knees now, hands resting on the mat, mouth open for air. Bruce, in turn, had returned to his starting position, as if nothing had happened. No one in the room had seen the details, just a movement too fast to follow. But everyone felt the weight of the lesson. "A punch is a punch," said Bruce, repeating Victor's words. "But a fighter is more than a punch. It's the ability to adapt. To see what the other doesn't see. To be where the blow doesn't reach." He reached out his hand to help Victor up. Humility is not weakness. It is the only way to grow. Victor hesitated, but accepted the hand. When he stood up, his face was red, not from embarrassment, but from something deeper. He lowered his head in a respectful gesture. "Thank you, Sifu." Bruce smiled, patting the man on the shoulder. 9 seconds. That's how long it took for you to understand. He turned to the other students, his voice firm but without arrogance. Fighting isn't about proving who's better. It's about learning. And today, we all learned something. Training continued. But from that day on, Victor Kane never doubted the man who taught that style is the prison of creativity. And, above all, he learned that true mastery is not in winning, but in knowing when to bow.